Alrighty. Hello and welcome everybody to the first episode of Tomb Raider 2 and Nostalgia. Cause yeah. Essentially, screw unfinished business. We ain't doing that shit. So yeah. We're gonna be starting on Tomb Raider 2. I love how much it just like squishes it down for the original main menu for Tomb Raider 2. And I also love Tomb Raider 2 starring Lara Croft. Who else is gonna be starring in it? Let me make sure my controls are gonna be the same for one. So, right bumper, A, right trigger, left trigger. Okay. So we're gonna go make sure that that carries over. Oh, thank God. I was a little worried there for a second that I'd have to reset all that. Okay. So... it has been a little bit, so we're gonna do a little bit of practicing in Lara's home.
Welcome back. After that grueling business last year, I decided to build this assault course to hone my skills and learn some new ones.
I don't think there's anyone that doesn't hate the old man. The old, just like when we were kids, like we hated this old man, just the old butler with fucking Parkinson's, sitting there just like, your tea, madam. Which it looks like he's holding it aslant, so he's about to fucking drop that shit too. And I guess... this... I forgot that he farts. Unless he just shit himself.
No, that's not right.
God damn it.
You need to press jump and forward together for me to clear the gap. Run back to the start and try again. Okay, that was quite a tough one. You need to make a running jump and then press action for me to grab the edge. To get the run up exactly right, walk to the edge, then tap backwards to jump back. If you run forwards from there and press jump, I'll make it just right. For bigger gaps, I'll need to do a running jump. Back to the start. No, that's not right. You need to press jump and forward together for me to clear the gap.
Shut up!
Run back
Shut
to the
up, you
start and
bitch!
try again. For bigger gaps, I'll need to do a running jump. Back to the start.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do like the little time trial it's got going.
Press forward and then hold down the action button. Okay, that was quite a tough one. You need to make a running jump and then press action for me to grab the edge. To get the run up exactly right, walk to the edge, then tap backwards to jump back. If you run forwards from there and press jump, I'll make it just right.
Oh yeah, they did manage to get her ponytail right in this game. Instead of like in the new graphics, she's got the ponytail, and then In the old graphic, she's got it like all tied up. Haha, I made it! I did it! Okay. Ooh. I like the 3D effect they gave the rope wall. That's very nice. Sehr gut! I'm gonna put you in the freezer later, old man. Well, that would have caused me to take health damage. If I wasn't at home. And jump!
This set of obstacles is easiest to traverse by using my sideways jumps. Just press left or right at the same time as jump. I can jump backwards too.
I blame the farting old man. He ruined it for me. Come on. Up the rope wall. You can do it. I did it. Woo! Just yells at Mason, "There's an alligator in the water!" Watch him freak out. Oh no! I wonder what happens. I wonder what happens if you just, like, let her drown in her home. Like... So Mason says, "Didn't even send out a text. God damn!" Bro, you suck still. This is a 30-year-old game. Come on. And he says, "Trap his bitch ass in the freezer. I'm gonna." That's like one of our favorite things to do, was just trap that old fuck in the freezer. We hashed a zip line. Shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy. Upsy daisy. Well, missed that. Oh well.
Feel free to explore the rest of the house and gardens.
Did they change her voice actress from the first game to the second game? Because that doesn't sound the same. Fish! Yeah, I like the look of the new fish. It doesn't have I don't even know what that emotion would be. Like, I don't even know what to call that. What kind of look is on that fish's face? Liz says, I figured if you played this, your brother would show up so quick. Mason says, pretty sure it's the same lady, just better audio. Well, there's one way we can find out. Track her down and ask her. Just beat on her door at 3 a.m. Hey! Hey! Did you voice Lara Croft in Tomb Raider 2 and 1? Blam. I have to escape the old fuck. Oh God, please, no. Stay the fuck away from me. So Mason said Twitch didn't even tell me what he was playing, just that he was streaming. And he says, I think she's dead. I could definitely be wrong on that though. And then Liz says, nope, Tomb Raider 1 is a different voice actress than in 2 and 3. And then Mason says, Shelley Blonde, Tomb Raider, Unfinished Business, Reloaded, and then Judith Gibbons, Tomb Raider 2 and 3, and Reloaded, and then John L. Elliott, The Last Revelations, Chronicles, The Angel of Darkness, Reloaded. And he says, I was wrong. And it says, and both women are still alive. And then Mason says, I don't know who I am thinking of then. Yeah, like I was saying, like it did not sound like the same person. Like, the grunts sound the same. Stay the fuck away from me, Jeeves! Ka-dunk-dunk. And then Brody comes in with a fuck! And then Mason says, Bordy! Then Brody says, I'm missing Tomb Raider. Fuck! And then Mason says, now we just need Shump. I mean, I asked her if she's gonna be available today. She said she was gonna. And then, she said she had to bottle feed some boobers. But other than that, she would be down to watch. So okay, so the middle painting stays the same. The other paintings are definitely different. Also, that clock is exorbitantly loud. I feel like fucking Captain Hook from the movie Hook. Just like start bashing all the fucking clocks just from the loud ass ticking. Time for a shower. Can't even turn the shower on. Damn, Laura, how big are the shits you taking? Jesus.
No. No.
Yeah, that no sounds the same, so I'm pretty sure they just kept in Shelley Blonde's like voice lines for gameplay, and then any sort of narration. What the fuck did I say, Jeeves? Don't get fucking near me. And then I'm pretty sure like everything else, like any sort of dialogue for the actual game or anything like that, they used the new lady. Mason says, commence the ritual, light the lamps, chant the invocation, contact the FBI. Then Brody says, I am so hyped for Tomb Raider. We're bringing it back. And then Mason says, with all the concussions he gave her last game, it's more like Rom Tater. And then Brody says, Room Tater. And Mason says, I'm finding artifacts. Yay, you guys. And then Shrimp says, I'm here finally. Woo, Shrimp. The Shrimpy Shrimp was waiting on you. Everyone was wondering where he was. Mason says, he lighted the lamps, enchanted the invocation, and contacted the FBI. And then Brody says, Boogaloo, Shrimp. And then Shrimp says, were they? And then Liz says, Shrimp. Shrimp says, Liz. Like, I really hope he's wearing a fucking diaper, because, like, dude takes 2 steps and shits himself. Laura should really get better help. Yeah, I know that there's, like, special secret rooms and stuff in here that you have to, like, do several things, and you have to do them within a time limit, and da-da-da-da-da. Because there's, like, you can get to, like, a treasure room in her basement where it's just, like, piles of fucking gold. But, yeah. I think we all know that's not gonna happen. God damn, those are some big books. Jesus. Books as big as her torso. I don't think she's got the upper body strength to take it off the fucking bookshelf. Ow. Ow. Thank you. I had a cat putting their claws into my foot. Can I go in here? Can I not go in here? No. Oh hey, I can take health. I can take fall damage. Shut up, clock. Shut up. This is the kitchen. It is the kitchen. Alright, fuckface. It's him! Mason says, the family is back together. Liz sent a smiley face. Then Mason said, I think that's 3. I never did 2 tutorial. And then Shrimp says, they're all world atlases. And then Mason says, that is Lara Croft. It's not about strength. I'm starting to wonder if he's even gonna follow me in here. He finally fucked off like I told him to. I'll be honest with you, I don't even have any idea where the old fucker's at. I could hear him shaking that there tray. Just see, I can hear it. I know he's here somewhere. Fuckface! Where are you, fuckface? You in my bathroom taking a shit? Where are you? Where are you? Here, we'll stand here for a second, and there he is. Okay. Where the hell are you going? What are you doing? Why are you so old? Liz says, nope, just about big titties and fat ass. And Brody says, where? Mason says, oh, Bordy, you gotta get next gen console and help me with laggy. Then Brody says, that's Ricky's job. And then Mason says, since Ricky fucking works and won't call off to help me. Bruh, I messaged you at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and asked you if you were ready to hunt the laggy. And you didn't message me until like 7:30. It was like 7:30, and you're just like, oh, I just woke up. So no, you don't get to complain. And then you waited until like 10-11 o'clock and was just like, oh hey, you ready to help me with laggy now? Yeah, be locked in that room with your fart. I just got an achievement. It is, fuck. Where'd it go? It's not showing it. What the fuck? I was trying to read it, and now it's not showing. Okay, there it is. It's called Crime and Punishment. Lure the butler into the fridge, wait for him to make a bad sound, and lock him in there. Mason says, I'm sleeping at 3 in the afternoon. And then Brody said, I would get a new console if they would stop pushing AI and release games actually worth the console purchase. And then Mason says, Wilds is worth it. And then Brody says, no mods equals not worth. And then Mason says, mod this dick, then upgrade your PC, LMAO. And then Brody says, I need a new PC. I thought you didn't need a new PC. I thought you just needed to fix the like memory leak or whatever you said it was. Alright, so that is kitchen. I believe this has a keyhole. Nope. Well, you do. Ah, the stress music. Alright. So I think one of the funny things is, so we locked him in the freezer, right? If you open the door again, fucker's straight up frozen. We just committed murder. I'm gonna commit a crime. I think you walk out the gate to leave. I could be wrong though. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I guess we just... New game. So, I'm sorry. Like, I saw the monk just, like, sitting on the ground with the arrow, and like, the first thing that came to my mind was, I used to be an adventurer like you, and then I took an arrow to the knee. Which, I gotta say, just standing up with an arrow in your knee has to hurt a fucking lot. And dude just, like, stands up, grabs the dagger, just like, huh, a dagger? And then it's just dragon just like, no, not my chest dagger, my one weakness. Blah. Eh. Shrimp says, this music slaps. And then Brody says, both are old and could not run the unoptimized messes that are modernized games. And then Mason says, use parts from the laptop and PC to make a Frankenpooter. Then Brody said, if it comes to that, I just might. And then Mason says, it's Jeeves. He's not a real person. Also, she's British. That's a crime in itself. And then Shrimp says, this cutscene is so nostalgic. And then Mason says, truly. And then Mason says, puts the dagger down. You're telling me a dragon egged this roll? And then Brody sent some laughing emojis, and then Mason says, should we tell him? comes into some open space, just oh hey, a random helicopter. Oh, looks like I'm not climbing on that. Got my guns though. Just be like, yeah, well, if I suck so bad at this game, Mason, how about I just give out your address at Redacted? Oh, come on. Like, ain't no, like, you can stand. Like, just drowns in a fucking, like, 2 feet of water. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little confused about where I'm supposed to go. I'm assuming this way. It's been a while since I've played the demo. Mason says, I can't fucking believe that Tony fucking Lazzuto is BBEG of this game. And then Mason says, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. And then Brody says, Tony Lazzuto! And then Mason says, you got matches in this game. Bro, how can you forget where to go? This part should be engraved in your neural pathways. Well, if you're gonna be like that, maybe I'll just stop playing. Stops playing Tomb Raider, uninstalls the game. Oh my god. We're gonna do this shit again, huh? That's what we're gonna do. That's a tiger! Please don't fall down there. Please. Please do not fall down with the tiger. Dude is being very aggressive right now. How do you look in the old graphics? Not bad. Not terrible. Dude, if you don't quiet down, the Chinese are gonna hear you, and they're gonna grind you up to make sex drugs. Mason says, "How many fucking hours did we spend on this part for the demo? I bet you forgot the tiger, too." I did forget the tiger. Brody says, switches to the new Final Fantasy. I sleep. Then Mason says, "Bro forgot the tiger. Holy fuck, LMAO. I guess I am just stupid autistic with this game." Yes. Yes, you are. Mason says, Tomb Raider is mentioned. Neuron activation. Oh, hey! I start the game with a shotgun. Nice. Definitely starting the game with more things than the first game gave me. Start the first game with pistols, and that's fucking it. Let me check the achievement list real quick, because I haven't looked at anything for Tomb Raider 2. Kind of curious. Tomb Raider 2. Be killed by the tiger at the beginning of the game. Well, I can already tell one achievement I'm not getting. There's an achievement for finishing the game in less than 6 hours. I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, hey, there's more T-Rexes. Because there's an achievement that says defeat both T-Rexes with no evidence. Finish the Venice level without ever getting on a boat. I remember us playing the fuck out of the demo with the boat. There's an achievement to jump from a boat to another boat, making the first one blow up on mines. Alrighty. Mason says, "Bro ain't know about the 2 T-Rexes at the end of this level too." Shake my head. Wonder if he's gonna grab those Chivos, because fuck fighting... Ah, shit. No, go back to the chat. He says, because fuck fighting both of them without cheesing, Mason says, fuck! Now I have to stop Monster Hunter Wilds in Oblivion and play Tomb Raider 2 just to style on him. Then Brody says, you just committed to playing Tomb Raider 2. Then he says, then Mason says, yes, but Venice level, boring. And then Brody says, there's no backing out now. And then Mason says, that Chivo fucking sucks. And Brody says, do it. Mason says, I hated doing that one. And then he says, I'm in the opera house in my current save. Brody, you still gotta finish Tomb Raider 1. Alright. Well, I don't think there's really any achievements for the beginning of the game that I'm seeing, but I'm gonna try not to kill the tiger. Hey, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking with propane and propane accessories. So Brody says, Venice is total balls, yeah. And then he says, I mean, I finished it before, then I got into Oblivion again. He says, because of you, might I add. God damn, Tiger, chill, Jesus. Then Mason says, Bordy gonna speedrun it tonight, 100% the Chivos for 2 and 3 before Saturday. LMAO. And then Brody just like, no. And then Mason says, why is my shit consistently replacing Brody to Bordy? And then Shrimp says, Bordy, LMAO. Good old Bordy. God damn, we gotta get out of here just because this tiger won't fucking chill. Jesus. Bro, calm down. Jeez. 2 tigers? That's why it's so fucking loud. Christ. A little Kieran statue? Yeah, nah, we ain't about that. We don't just run in directions we can't see. It's not it's not what I'm about. So, Mason, since you've got the tism for this game, can you explain to me why we're even doing this shit with the dragon knife and all that shit? Because, I mean, there wasn't really any build-up. It is just, like, ancient Chinese war, and then Lara just plundering a tomb, I guess, just to be a plunderer. Which, I mean, I get it. She all about that plund life. But, why? 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 Because, I mean, at least in the first game, Natla was just like, oh, hey, tombs, treasure, thingies, blah. And then Laura's just like, yeah. Liz says, I honestly thought it was a bit you were doing. Laugh face. And then Mason says, no! I can't wait to downgrade. I hate my smartphone. Then Shrimp says, I was waiting for Mason to crash out when you were playing these next levels, but he's already crashing out now, lol. Then Mason says, 2 more years of paying this shit off before I can go back to a basic fucking phone. My guy, she's British. And then Brody says, I am 40. Then Liz says, your brother does, but that's because he's a fucking psycho. Then Mason says, Ricky, she's fucking British. And Brody says, better than regular Brody. Shrimp says, Bordy is here. And then Brody says, Shrimp, I've been here. I never left. Then Shrimp says, but you were Brody before. Embrace the board. I don't know if I can continue, guys. Because, I'll be honest with you. I know that I'm supposed to step on them there bars, but those are looking really rusted, and I'm not sure Lara has had her tetanus shots. Brody says, I have transcended from my Brody husk. I have metamorphosed into Bordy. Glimpse my splendor! And then Shrimp says, aw, Bordy hatched. I was about to be like, bro, am I gonna fucking die? Just, boom. It's just like, no way. You know, I was really thinking there for a second. I wasn't gonna make that jump. I wonder, is this door time too? Fuck. Surprise, it is! No! I saw a bird outside. It was pretty. Kick its ass. Okay. Like, am I crazy, or does it look like I can climb up that way? But you never know. I know what happens when I ask you guys, am I crazy? I die. Am I crazy, or bleh? You got some water down there. Got some more nice rusty bars up there.
No.
A key box.
No.
Like, even the no sounds the same, so I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it's still the same voice actors from the first game, aside from actual spoken dialogue for this game's story. Mason says, if it's another country's ancient artifact, that obviously means it belongs to her. Then Liz says, and the worst part is she only raids for sport. Truly British she is. I don't know. She didn't eat any of the mummies we found in Egypt in the first game. And then Brody says, what you are about to see is a nightmare, inexplicably torn from the pages of Kafka. And then Shrimp says, the Panty Raid. And then Mason says, everyone knows that the Great Wall of China was built with booby traps in order to prevent the Mongols from getting through. What kind of stupid piece of shit would build a regular-ass wall? Eye roll. And then Brody says, why did you tell me this was my mother's house? And Shrimp says, swan dive into that water! And then Brody says, Shrimp, we don't know where that water's been. And then Mason says, he a bitch, he gonna swan dive. And then Shrimp says, the water has been in my mouth at least twice. Then Mason says, just another Thursday for her, innit? Then Brody says to Shrimp, time to sell the water online to questionable buyers. And then Shrimp says, you just buying in bulk?
Say it right. He wasn't trying to sound. Supposed to sound British. So just another Tuesday, isn't it?
Is there more birds flapping? Is that what that sound is? Like, I don't know what's happening. I'm confused. a little weird. Okay, looks fine in the OG graphics, so I don't know what's wrong. A key. Bro, another tiger? From fucking where? I guess I know what the fucking noise was. Just playing the old graphics to appease Brody. I think they did a better job with her tits in the sequel. They're not quite a boob shelf. There's a little bit more rounded dimension to them. Yep, come on. There we are. Okay. So, Brody, in response to Shrimp being like, you buying in bulk? He says, Shrimp, we're gonna need more fluids. Shrimp says, what? Then Mason says, well, at least our schools ain't a Call of Duty game. And then Shrimp says, Liz voice, from the heavens. And then Brody says, could always make beer from vaginal yeast like some streamers. And then Mason says, should be 2 more crows and a tiger here in a minute. And then Shrimp said, ew, Brody, no. And then Brody says, or bathwater. Mason says, I think that was amaranth. Brody says, I'm just I'm just saying there's options. And then Brody to Mason says, it was indeed. Lady was selling that shizzle for like $30 to $40. Crazy. And Liz says, I'm gonna start calling you Eliza Doolittle for your accent there, Chocobro. And then Brody says, I want my triangular boobies. And then Shrimp says, pyramid boobs. And Liz says, boob shelf is iconic. And then Brody says, I can't achieve climax unless I have a nice pair of pyramid boobies in front of me. And then Mason says, bro, I like how she said she was only doing the lewd streams because of her abusive boyfriend, and when she finally worked up the strength to leave him, she was free from being objectified for money. And in the same week, she starts streaming in fucking bikinis again. And Shrimp says, what if I had pyramid boobs? And then Mason says, Liz, he fucked that one up to get it. Liz, he fucked that one up. Gotta go back in and correct him. And then Brody and Shrimp both being like, huh? Then Brody to Shrimp says, then maybe I could feel again. It's been so long without pyramid boobs. And then Shrimp says, you poor thing. Time to open this lock, gang! Nani?
I was told to correct you. So it's when at least our schools ain't Call of Duty game.
Not big ass spiders! Sees a big ass spider, pulls out a pair of pistols and starts blasting. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Just goes up to the rusted bar windows. Nobody knows the troubles I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow. Shrimp says, spider time! And then Mason says, Penny Parker? It's spider time! Armed and dangerous! Again! 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 And then Shrimp says, the scritchety scratch. And Mason says, again! The moon haunts you! Pure chaos! And then, Bordy, do you play Rivals? And then Shrimp says, Bordy is back. And then, Brody says, my kind sir, that requires me to have a modern gaming setup, which I do not possess. And then Liz says, bam! Copyright ban. And then Mason says, bro has not played Rivals. Shrimp says, Brody, what do you possess? Do you possess people? If only I had someone to read chat. Because I gotta say, like half of the stream thus far has been me just reading chat. A rusty key. Not the spiders! Not the spiders!
Uh-huh.
Oh, God! It came out of that man's ass! Just be like, here's how the real pros do it. And then just like tuck and rolls under the door. Just into that tiny little gap. And then Shrimp says, we're yapping in chat. And then Mason says, bro, stop gaslighting and just ask someone, LMAO. And then Liz says, I think we did establish that Bordy is some kind of entity piloting a Brody flesh suit. And then Shrimp says, this is true. And then Brody says, hello? This is the entity piloting the Brody flesh suit. Then Shrimp says, Bordy! And then Brody says, shrimp pyramid boobs, or leg thighs, preferably both. And Shrimp says, what about kneecaps? Like, are you just... Brody's just out here just like, my ideal... the peak physical form for a woman is just a fucking square. Just... everything is a pyramid. Just squares. Make everything just... I see a cube, and I can... I just nut on the spot. Brody says, ma'am, I'll even take ankle pics. Then Shrimp says, the Amish spice. And then Brody says, of life. That's not good. Ow! 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 That fucking hurt. Well, that's it, gang. Dead. Brody says, if she ain't wearing a cardboard box, I can't nut. Liz said, so you just want Solid Snake. The Shrimp says, LMAO, when did you save? A while ago. Then Liz says, I mean, I prefer Jack, but whatever. Swan dive into the... Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh yeah, Mason, did you ever watch my other, Did you ever watch my other Metal Gear Solid streams, or are you still behind? I have a hunch he's still behind. Ow! Fucking goddamn, bitch! The pussy's out for revenge. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Yeah, if I ever see Bruce Campbell again, I still gotta get him to sign my $10 bill he gave me for singing the old Spider-Man theme song. Maybe I'll make it across this time. I doubt it. Mm-hmm. 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 Ah! Dang, I was hoping I could swim if I dived. So Brody, after I died, says, "Let's go again." Then Shrimp says, "Piss streams." Then Brody says, "I mean, if that's what you're into, I don't judge." And then Shrimp says, "I don't like golden showers." And then Brody says, "That's what they all say." And Shrimp says, "Bad, Brody, bad." And then Brody says, "You can't treat me like I'm some kind of animal, Shrimp." And then Shrimp says, "You're acting like one." Sorry, I paused the game because I didn't want to sit there while I was reading those, sit there and listen to thwack, 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 thwack. Hey, I did it this time without taking any damage. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, hey, I got an achievement. What? There was a ledge in there I could have taken? God! I didn't even notice that. Fuck me. Anyway, the achievement I got was for not using the ledge and taking no damage. No! Oh, God. Why? Why does it... Why does it default to load and not save? Why? Brody says, I'm an entity piloting a husk. There's a difference. Shrimp says, is there? And then Brody says, I can neither confirm nor deny. And then Shrimp just like bug-eyed over me fucking loading instead of saving. She goes, did you just do that? Oh my god! I am a sad panda. For this transgression, Laura can drown. The way this tiger is like immediately fucking on my ass, man. Like, goddamn. Chill, bro. Fucking bitch ass spiders.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, see, I feel like falling from that distance in Tomb Raider 1 would have caused fall damage. But, I don't know. Look at that low poly skeleton with his cylindrical bones. Poor guy. Well, I know what I'm doing now. God damn!
Uh-huh.
I'm dead. Dead. That's nice. Goodbye! No! Grab the thing!
Uh-huh.
The thing! Oh god! So Shrimp says, Tony the Tiger just wants cake! I mean, I get it. Then Liz says, bones. And then Brody says, bones. Then Mason says, I feel like the physics... No, stop that. God dang it. I have such an issue with, like, Twitch's new chat box. Like, it's such a hassle. Like, if I try to scroll, like, a lot of the times it's just like, oh, you want to pin this message? No, I don't. So Mason says, I feel like the physics from a game I barely played once in 30 years is different from the sequel to the game I have played that I have played in months. And then Brody says, bones, mummies, Egyptian pyramids, pyramid boobies! And then Shrimp says, when in doubt, just say the word bones. And then Brody says, bones! And Shrimp says, very nice. Then Brody says, let's see Paul Allen's booby traps. And then Liz says, damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a Tomb Raider. Then Mason says, my machine started up, so now I have to work, so I'll be in and out. Mwah, mwah. Imagine having to work for a living. Couldn't be me. Ow!
Uh-huh.
Well, that didn't take long. Liz says, God, I wish it wasn't us. Pick it up faster, you stupid bitch. Come on. God damn. Why are you like this? I know you want me to jump up, but I'm gonna jump to the side into the spikes. You know, Laura, you're really starting to piss me off.
Uh-huh.
It's like, God damn it, bitch, why are you so fucking slow? God damn it, no! No! That was my best chance, and you're just like, I really like the stone detailing in the wall. I wonder what it tastes like. Pick it up, you stupid cunt! God damn! Oh my god, why? Why? This says, I think you just need to leave that item be. Then Shrimp says, I love getting impaled too, Laura. And Mason says, It could be you for the low, low price of selling your soul to the system and promising children to the wealthier upper class. Now Liz says, fuck the wealthier upper class. I hope they burn in hell. Just like Ronald Reagan. Someone starts talking about Ronald Reagan, just starts playing the song Man Who Sold the World. Give it to me. Jump! Why do you keep jumping sideways? Yes, Liz, yes. I just looked down and saw Liz's message. Why do you repeat? Yes. I love how, like she just wouldn't move! Just gets up to the fucking wall and just like, yeah. That's a nice boulder. I like that boulder. Hey, Kami's here. What's up, Kami? I'm just losing my sanity in Tomb Raider, which is everyone's favorite thing, apparently. Oh my god. Well, I'm just dead now. Just in time to get to the top. Ha! Ha! Fuck my life. Stupid bitch. Really? Alright, cool. Fuck it, why not? Yep, jump sideways. You know, bitch, you deserve to die. You deserve this, Lara. So Mason says we can backflip into the hole from the item pickup. We'll see! Yeah, that didn't work. I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess. I was trying to get her to swan dive onto those spikes, because... like, I don't know if it's because of when, like, I'm jumping, if it's like, oh, well, like, it's because you're hitting the wall, when you're coming down from that sliding position. Yeah, I just can't get that thing. I just can't get that item. Fuck those bullets, I guess. Just like my life. Ha ha! It was nice of her to pick that item up before she fucking died. Mason says, "You can, you just suck." And then Liz says, "Fuck your chicken strips." Like, am I just supposed to, like, oh my god. Kami says, "Stonkware, stonkware, stonkware, stonkware." Mason says, "Roll to stop the tail fall animation." Well, we can give it a shot. Let's see. Or I can just jump straight down and just fucking die that way. You deserve this. Yep, nope. Rolling did nothing. And I am dead on this. Yep. She won't even try to climb. Mason says, "You need to utilize more fluid motion in this game." I would like to point out that my brother wants me to use more fluid movement in a game whose control scheme is tank controls. Because everyone knows tanks are known for their fluidity. I hate this fucking game. Why am I even playing this shit? I remember why I'm playing this shit. Because you guys like to watch me suffer. Kami says, games used to be peak. The peak in question. Really? I am an angry and broken man. Oh, awesome. Are you kidding me with this shit? God damn! When does it end? Like, fuck! Why is the beginning of the game, like, so full of fucking traps and shit like it's the end of the first game? Like, Jesus Christ! Well, there's stuff. Goddamn fucking spiders! Why? God, why? Hey, I guess we'll just jump from side to side and see what... Okay. I'm sorry, like, how in the fuck am I supposed to make that jump? Oh god! I died. And that's why we saved. That, my friends, is why we saved. Come on out, you little bitch. And you. When I got out my pieces. Your what? My guns. Okay, so can I not, like, let go of a ledge and grab a ledge? I'm so confused. Because there's gotta be stuff down there. I'm so confused. I don't understand. Ah! That made me feel a little better. Okay, so Mason says we can try Shimmy Gap. I don't see like Shimmy Gap. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't understand. I swear to God. Because like it's like anywhere I can't grab that ledge for whatever fucking reason. And any of the fucking squares that I drop onto just slide me down and murder me. I do not understand. This is as far left as I can go, my guy. They're telling me to go left. Well, I mean, I guess that worked. Kind of. And then I died. So Mason said, when you're hanging, and then, holy fuck. Or break the fucking game, whatever works best for you. This says, he broke it, and still lost. You know what they say, you snooze, you lose. And I snossed and lost. Alright. Here I am. Just hanging out. You told me to go left. I'm left. Mason says. Nathan says, you nappa, you get slappa. And then Shrimp says, hanging over the shimmy thing. Mason says, wrong hanging point. Holy mother of gods. He's doing it on purpose. And Shrimp's like, Mason, I'm gonna crash out with you. Then Mason says, I'm left. Well, it says, you know what's funny? Every time you say left, you keep going right. Well, see, that's the thing. When I come into this room, and I look at this room, this is the left. That is the right. Now they're talking about me shimmying down here. Where do you want me to go?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Well, now I can understand why they gave me flares. Well, I mean, that works too, I guess. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Brody says, Ricky, if you hit the railroad tracks, you've gone too far. Okay. Neato. So what's up here? More spiders? Ooh. I love how if I'm in the old graphics, just darkness. Or if I'm in the new graphics, it's just darkness. But if I switch to the old graphics, it gives me things. Alright, so I've made too much progress. I have to save. Oh god, it's a T-Rex! Don't touch me. You can stop touching me now. That's a bad touch. Oh god damn! So, Mason says, darkness within darkness awaits you, Ricky. And then Brody says, old graphics equals advanced darkness. Go all the way down. Then Shrimp says, that was beautiful. And then Brody says, go down to the end of the valley. Then Mason says, to leave no evidence, you have to make them blow up, by the way. Then Brody says, there should be a grenade launcher. Well, I found a golden idol. I don't know anything about a grenade launcher. Oh, there it is. Okay, I gotcha. Man, that's gotta be fucking terrifying in the, like, playing this game originally. Like, because I can't see shit. That had to be absolutely, like, terrifying. I guess, how many shots from the grenade launcher on these fucks? Okay, so I'm gonna cheat for this. Well, fucking maybe. There we go. So... boss HP bars. So Mason's like, no, you will lock this save from any achievements. Do not cheat. And then Brody says, it's just enough grenades to really piss off some T-Rex. Then Mason says, Liz, yell and scream. Brody says, not kill them, just piss them off. And then Mason goes, oh, cheats as in health bars. Yes, cheats as in health bars. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh no! Woo! Stupid bitch! Nope. Come on, bud. Okay, so I think I should be good with the grenade launcher on him now. Whee! So that's one. Oh God! Don't you eat me! I win. So now Mason's just, I'm gonna use the quality of life option provided to me by the devs, not locked behind a button input. Yeah, that's cheating. Might have actually been able to do that from in the game. I could have you. I didn't have to back out. Maybe. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we can put that away, and nope, put that away. Excuse me. The pieces. sweet. Because I thought I saw another achievement for the T-Rexes for this, but... Because I thought there was one just for killing both of the T-Rexes, but I could have swore that's what I said earlier. Unless it specifically kill the 2 T-Rexes without using the grenade launcher. Which, I mean, is whatever. Yeah. Yeah, it just says the nightmare just got worse. Kill both T-Rexes. I guess it has to be. I guess I just have to not use the grenade launcher. I don't know. I mean, I can give it another shot. It'll just take me a second. Liz says, I'm still hearing a lot of angry noises. Brody says, what would be worse? Drinking a Twitch streamer's bathwater or urine? I'd probably say the former because of the the possible fecal matter in said water. But if they drink a ton of energy drinks, the latter would be pretty vile, like battery acid. I'd probably vomit either way. Then Mason says, my brother in Christ, it said leave no evidence. You have to blow both of them up, and not in the kinky way. And then Shrimp said, Brody, please, lol. I did. I got the achievement for blowing them up. Like, so there's the achievement, Tomb Raider 2, The Nightmare Just Got Worse. All it says is kill both T-Rexes. The achievement I just got is extinct is extinct. Defeat both T-Rexes with no evidence. So I guess I have to just straight up shooty shoot. So we'll reload and I mean we'll just see if that is actually the case. Oh God! That's one big boy down. No. No. Oh God, no! Don't die! Don't die, please! Don't die! Don't die! I'm dead. I am so freaking dead. Okay. Now I'm just confused. I'm gonna have to look up that achievement real quick. Brody, I'm not saying neither would be good. I just think the bathwater would be worse. And he's like, either would be good. And then Shrimp says, I don't think I've taken a bath since I was like 7. I started taking showers, and that was that, LMAO. Yeah, Liz takes baths on a daily basis. Like, there are some days she'll bath more than once. Alright, so give me just a sec, guys. I'm gonna look up that Chivo. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. That achievement is apparently for Tomb Raider 2's DLC. And that's why it's not popping. So now I'm gonna reload and do it just because my health is fucking non-existent, and I don't want to be that low on health. I love the taste of mozzarella. Ow. I don't know, guys. Like, I'm getting my shit kicked in. Took a little bit of damage, but I'm not opposed to having a little bit. Yeah, like doing this in the old graphics, like, you can't see shit. Night. So, Shrimp says, Liz is such a gem. And then Liz says, my joints enjoy the heat because I am old and frail. Brody says, baths are pretty great to just soak and relax. I prefer showers for the practicality. Shroom says, my joints would enjoy it, and the bath in the house is small, lol. Next week, I might give the bottle babies a bath because they're grubby little things. And then Liz says, man, if my joints screamed for it, I'd bathe in a bucket just for the warmth, not gonna lie. Okay. Bone Daddy. Do 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 do. No, wait, I gotta step up on a thing? Yeah. That ain't it. Nope, that ain't it. Gosh dang it. Okay, now how in the fuck do I get out of here? Mason says, how the fuck a farmhouse gonna a small bath? Bad design. Laura sure is grunting a lot. Wait a second, what was that? What the heck? Like, I'm not crazy, am I? You guys saw, like, a thing for me to pick something up, right? That fact, I don't see anything there. What is it supposed to be? Wonder where the tiger was coming from. Are you kidding me right now? Didn't I fucking kill you guys already? I really didn't want to do this again. Why does it default to load? Why? Why me? I hear a tiger, but I don't see a tiger. Brody said, "Can you go back down and then up the ladder? Laura's grunts got me so close right now." And Shrimp says, "My house was built in the 1880s." And then Liz says, "Because not everyone enjoys filling." Brody. Why? And Brody says, "Who's filling me?" And then Shrimp says, hot? And Liz says, also shrimp. That would be the right time period for no original indoor plumbing. And then Brody says, shit, I'm getting mine. Get yours. The choice is yours, Liz. And then Shrimp says, that to Liz. Shrimp says to Liz, that would definitely make sense. And Liz says, I was going to say, not everyone enjoys filling a tub with individual buckets of water. Everything, and pretty sure she meant to say every time they want to take a bath, shitting in an outhouse. But Brody stopped that train of thought. And then Brody said, get that shit out of here! Oh yeah, so I wanted to let you guys know, I'm kinda close to being an affiliate on Twitch. I need like 8 more followers, and then it's, really? I need like 8 more followers, and then, it's like 8 days in a row, or no, it's 4 days in a row. I have to have at least 3 people watching, I think it said. There we go. I was like, what the heck? I know there's spiders here. So yeah. Just wanted to say thanks for subscribing, guys, and thanks for tuning in. Brody says, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You can also check me out on my Patreon and Sunscribestar if you want to support the channel. Mason says, oh my god, you're actually trying to turn this into passive income? Subscribing? And then Brody says, you know the deal, Ricky. And then Mason says, got me fucked up if you think I'm giving Twitch money. And then Brody says, no vaginal yeast beer, no subs. Shrimp says, Mason loves giving money to Twitch. And then Liz says, yeah, kind of a history nerd when it comes to architecture. If your house was a true farmer's house, and not a middle-class country retreat, that is, made to look like a farmhouse, yeah, no original indoor plumbing. It would have probably been added sometime in the 20s, 30s. And then Shrimp says, Liz would like my house. I mean, I'm not out here actually trying to be an affiliate, but I was curious and looked up, like, what it was, and I mean, if I can make money streaming for you guys, I wouldn't say no. Ow! My legs. My poor little legs. There's the tigers! We gotta go. We gotta get the fuck out of here! God damn it! Oh god! Oh lord! The fucking lord! Oh, hey, cool little bonfire you got. Just chilling. Really? Taking damage from walking next to the fucking bonfire? And walk into that shit? Fuck you, game.
Pardon me, if that was just your way of trying the doors for me.
With a Tommy gun on my keyring.
Though not anymore. So after you.
Somehow, you don't behave like you got the monk's blood.
I understand that somehow is in my favor. So indulge me about the dagger. I'd be indebted with your life.
These doors are waiting for the right one. The right time to arrive. And then the dagger's blade will honor the hearts of those who believe. So unless you pledge your loyalty as well.
And which one is that?
To the sins and fortunes of Marco Bartoli.
Perhaps not just yet, then. Aha, Gianni Bartelli, Via Caravelli, Venice.
Ah, yes, Bartelli, the famous Chinese name. And then Brody says, Shrimp's house makes all the ladies wet. Shrimp says, soggy ladies. And then Brody says, because of the original plumbing. And Liz says, oh, I would. I love old farmhouse witchy cabins in the woods, mid to late Victorian mansions. And then Mason goes, Tony Lazzuto! And then Brody says, Shrimp steal your girl with original plumbing lamp. And then Shrimp says, this might even like our old barn. I say Marco Bartoli just like that, because of this scene. And then Brody says, God damn, bro is jacked. Firearms over muscles. Hey. Hey, what? Why the fuck is, like, the fucking door, like, graffitied on the fucking wall? Well, guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it here for the night. Thanks for coming and watching, though. I hope you guys had a good time. Sorry I didn't get as much progress, but, you'll get over it. Yep. Not sure when I'll do Tomb Raider again. But I will probably stream again. Probably either Friday or Saturday. Whether or not I stream Friday is largely determinant on whether or not Brody wants to come over and watch more Gundam with us. So, but, like I said, I hope you guys had fun. I know you guys. I know you guys had fun talking to each other for sure. But I hope you guys had fun watching the stream. Hope you guys will tune in next time. I'm not sure what I'll play next time I stream. Because I'm fine with streaming Metal Gear Solid, but I know you guys are kind of meh about that because I don't read the chats when I stream Metal Gear Solid. But I am enjoying the game for sure. And then I'd be fine with streaming Final Fantasy 16 or Oblivion. I know you guys are much more... I know when I stream Oblivion, things are much more, like, kind of chill and jokey. Just casual all around, I suppose. But yeah. So, hopefully you guys will come watch Friday or Saturday. I might, like I said, I don't know what day I'll stream, but I'll probably ask a couple of you guys to see what you would like to watch me play, and then, yeah, we'll go from there. So, talk to you guys later.